Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? What is going on? Oh, man. Justin, this is Fields. I told you before the podcast. We selected Justin Fields. I just have. Because Walter Payton, you know, it's the man. I just have. Who is this? We selected Justin Fields. I think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers. Freaking go. Who is this? All right, that's the end of this podcast. Yep, we're taking a kicker. Oh, man.
But we think
This is intense.
KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic, KIEQ on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is KIEQ on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down, bear down.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another Friday night live stream right here on KIEQ on the mic. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms above to catch all KIEQ on the mic content all off season long. We have our first big news of the off season, Bears fans, just like most mock off seasons of mine and other Bears creators. Al-Quadin Muhammad has been released. So that was an expected move. With that move, the Bears saved around $4 million. So it got to me, it has me thinking, what are the next moves for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears? You know, I think that was the expected move by cutting Al-Quadin Muhammad. The dude actually did nothing for the Chicago Bears defense. We need to upgrade the defensive line. That was a good move for Ryan Poles to start this Chicago Bears offseason. They anticipated other moves. I can see them possibly maybe cutting Cody Whitehair, maybe Lucas Patrick. But all in all, that is very good news that Al-Quadin Muhammad got released by the Chicago Bears. And once again, by releasing Al-Quadin Muhammad, the Bears save around $4 million. How's everyone doing today? It's going to be a very exciting Friday night live stream. Usually I do Friday night Q&As, but a listener last Friday requested me doing a fan-led mock draft. So that's exactly what we are going to do today. We're going to do a fan-led Chicago Bears mock draft. Enough of me talking and giving my opinions on who the Chicago Bears should draft in this April's NFL draft. I'm going to leave it up to you guys on who the Chicago Bears should draft. And we're going to do a 7-round mock draft, fan-led, with trades and everything. So I'm super excited for tonight's live stream. Just now join the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I mentioned, we're going to do a fan-led Chicago Bears mock draft. I'm out there doing a little bit of questions. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I can answer them before we get to the fan-led Chicago Bears mock draft. Should be a good time tonight. How you doing, Doug? Thanks for so much for joining the live stream. He asked, which simulator are you using? I'm not using the other one I use when I record a video. I'm going to be using the PFF mock draft simulator. So I will share my screen here in a little bit. And I'm going to put up some polls for you guys as we're going through this mock draft. But all in all, it's going to be all up to you guys in determining what the Chicago Bears do. So it should be fun. Thomas Paul said, I want Lovie Smith to announce the first pick. You know, that man is a hero in Chicago right now. I totally agree with you. That man is a saint. What he did for the Chicago Bears, he put the Chicago Bears football team on his back. And he said, you know what? The Chicago Bears need that number one pick. I appreciate Lovie Smith. Nano CBD says, Anderson Jr. is the best football player in the draft. Question, if Poles only gets Anderson Jr. and nothing else, will you be disappointed? No, I wouldn't be disappointed because I'm not just going to trade the number one pick for nothing. If there's no good offers for the number one overall pick, you run to the podium, you take the best player available. If that's Carter, great. If that's Anderson, that's great. But, you know, you can't sell yourself short. That number one pick to us is valuable. Maybe it's not that valuable to other teams. So if we don't get a good offer, why trade it? Jeff Page, how you doing, man? Good to see you in this live stream once again. Who is the first free agent we pick up? Honestly, I can see it being an offensive lineman. Keep a close eye on right tackle Caleb McGarry from the Atlanta Falcons. If he's available, I can definitely see Ryan Poles jumping on him. Chi-Town Bears time. Thanks so much for joining me for the live stream once again. Says, thanks for using my idea, brother. I've been wanting to see this from you. And we have a 4-day weekend. What's better? Yes, absolutely. It's President's Day weekend. So thank you so much for the idea. This should be a great time tonight doing a fan-led mock draft. Like I said, enough of me talking. I'm going to let you guys do a mock draft. He said, also, DK Metcalf is going crazy in the game right now. Yeah, he's a freak of nature. There's a video that he posted today of his vertical, and it's absolutely nuts. How you doing, Grant? Thanks so much for joining the live stream. He asked, what do you think of Matt Miller saying after talking to league sources the trade down hauls are much lower than expected? Hey, like I just mentioned, if the deals are not coming how we want them to, why trade the pick? Just take the best player available. It is what it is at the end of the day. Of course, we want to trade down, but once again, you can't sell yourself short. Don't trade it for nothing, because then I think that would be worse, right? So if the deals are not there, why trade the pick? That's just my personal opinion. Hey, Scott, thank you so much for the question. Yes, how much do you think it will take to keep Monty? Probably hopefully around like 7-8 million a year. Which to some Bears fans that's a little bit too much, but to me, I think that's fair value. But I would say around like $7-8 million range. The Shy said 55 just got cut. I forgot he was on the team. Yes, he was non-existent. Al-Qadim Muhammad, if you guys haven't heard the news, has been released by the Chicago Bears. Ryan Poles' first kind of big offseason move, but an expected move. It saves about $4 million for the Chicago Bears. So it's a good move by Ryan Poles. He didn't do anything last year for us. So good move. Darren, thanks so much for joining the live stream. On a scale of 1 to 10 being the most possible, how much do you trust this front office? At the moment, I give them around I trust like 8. 8 it would be a good number for me, because you have to understand when they came in, they had to tear down this roster. So now this offseason, we can really judge Ryan Poles in this front office. If he goes out there and totally messed up, then that number maybe will drop. But if he goes out there and absolutely nails it, then it's fine. Then I'll be really excited for Ryan Poles. Nano CBD, KIEQ called that cut. Yes, I did. That was, in all my mock offseason videos, that was the first cut I always had, was Al-Qadim Muhammad. He didn't do anything for the Chicago Bears. He was part of the reason why the defensive line was so putrid last season for the Chicago Bears. So yes, call me Mystic Mac. Is that what you say, Mystic Mac, when you predict things? Scott asked, do you think Whitehair will be the next to get released? It's a strong possibility. I believe if you cut him post June 1st, though, you save closer to $10 million. If you cut him before June 1st, you're only going to save around, I think it's like $5.5 million. So it just depends. But I think all in all, I think he will get cut. How you doing, John? What's good, KIEQ? I appreciate you joining me. How you doing, John? Nano CBD giving me a lot of love. I appreciate you. KIEQ called the white haircut too. Yes, I did. I truly expect him to get cut. I think if he doesn't get cut, then I think they would have to restructure his contract. All right, Bears fans, once again, thank you so much for joining me for this Friday night live stream. Today on the live stream, I'll be doing a fan-led mock draft. I am going to share my screen now so we can get this started. Super excited, and I'm going to let you guys predict everything on this fan-led mock draft. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Let me know if you guys can see the screen of the PFF mock draft simulator. Let me see. There we go. Can you guys see that screen? All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to put out a little poll of what the Chicago Bears should do first. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the due diligence. We're going to do a 7-round mock draft. So we're going to enter. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a quick poll. And that's how we're going to do this mock draft. And by the poll, that's what I'm going to do. So it's all up to you guys. And the first question that I'm typing now. All right, the first question is, what should the Bears do with the number 1 overall pick? So in this poll, you guys can, and it's up now. So what you guys can do, you guys go ahead and submit your answers, right? And it's, what should the Bears do with the number 1 overall pick? Should they trade it? Should they trade down? Should they keep it? What should they do? And that's how we're going to determine what we do with our first move. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to submit your answers in the poll that I just put out. And if you guys also want to do like, okay, trade with the Texans, trade with the Colts, let me know that too, so we can be straight to the point, and so I know. So I know what we want to do. Can you guys see the poll that I just put up? Interesting, because I can see you guys are voting on something. And like I said, this is a whole new live streaming platform. I'm learning as I go with this new platform. So this is like a learning curve for me as well. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to forget about the poll, okay? We're going to forget about the poll, and you guys are going to tell me what you want to do. Who are we trading with first? Just let me know in the comment section. I'll post your comments here on the live stream, and then that's what we will do first. Who are we trading down with? Who are we trading down with? And by the comments, I will let you know who I think we should trade with by your guys' responses. So Matt says, trade with the Texans. Okay. We got our first Texans. Trade with the Texans. Now CBD says, trade with the Texans down to number 2. Okay. Got a lot of Texans here. Got a lot of Texans here. Trade with the Colts. Okay. Trade with the Colts. You just want to go down straight to 4. Okay. Makes sense. Probably get more. We trade down straight to 4. All right. Texans. Texans, then Colts. I'm seeing a lot of Texans. So we're going to go ahead and trade with the Houston Texans. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to share the screen again so you guys can see what's going on here. All right, so you guys can see the screen. You guys can see me sharing the screen, right? That's cool because everyone see the screen that's shared. All right, here we go. We're going to trade with the Houston Texans, okay? So we're just going to start the NFL draft. We're going to start this draft, and like you said, there's a whole bunch of people on the board, and we're going to look at the teams that want to trade. So Arizona's coming knocking. Houston's not one of the teams that wants to trade, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go to the Houston Texans. And now the next question. Everyone's in agreement that we want to trade with the Houston Texans. All right. What should the draft capital be? What should the trade be? Let me know what the deal should be to trade down with the Houston Texans. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to do. So Nano CBD says they're 2 first-round picks. So trade for their 2 first-round picks. Okay. Shy Down Bears time says 2 and 12, and then trade with the Colts for Buckner 4, 35, and 24 first. Okay. Number 1 for number 2, 12, and number 33. If they don't take that, for number 2 and number 33. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of 2 and 12s here. All right. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna offer our first, and we're gonna go ahead and do 2, 12, and number 33. We're gonna get all the picks this year. I think everyone's in agreement that we're gonna try, or would you guys rather do 2, 12, and next year's first? I know that's a whole lot of draft capital. I think we would be better off trying to do 2, 12, and 33. So you guys have spoken. So we're gonna do 2, 12, and 33. So they are not interested in this pick. So we're gonna go ahead and just force the trade. Okay. So now we are gonna give them number 1 overall, and we're gonna have 2, 12, and 33. So we're gonna be really flexible. So we're forcing the trade here. And now the trade is accepted. The Bears now hold 2, 12, and 33. So we're gonna resume the draft. And when you look at the draft board, Jalen Carter still on the board. Will Anderson Jr. still on the board. There's still the two prospects that we still want are still on the board. So what is the next move, Bears fans? What is the next move, Bears fans? We now have 2, 12, and 33. All right. I'm seeing a lot of the Colts or the Panthers. Trade with Indy, trade down. Okay, we're all in agreement that we want to trade. Oh, Seattle, 5 and 20. That would be smart. Trade back. Okay, we want to trade back. I see a lot of the Colts. So we're gonna go ahead and trade back with the Colts. Okay, we're gonna trade back with the Colts. Give me an offer. Let me know in the comments who we trade. Like, what's the capital gonna look like? Jerome said, "This is already unrealistic." Hey, this is what you guys want. This is not me. Hey, you guys are controlling this. But it is looking. This would be a pipe dream. This would be awesome if this actually happened. But hey, Shy Down Bears Time says trade with Colts for Buckner. They're 435 and 24 first. Okay. Doug says offer number 2 for all their 23 picks. Oh my God, that's funny. Nick says 4 for Buckner and next year second. Okay. Joseph DiMartini, what's going on, bro? He said, "What's up, bro? We'll give Khalil Mack back and Keenan Allen for number 1." I don't think Bears fans want that, bro. Scott says 4th pick, 2nd round, 3rd round, and versus next year's first. Okay. 2 picks in 2023 and 2 picks in 2024. Top picks and Buckner. Okay. Floyd says Colts 4th, Quentin Nelson 36 and next year's first. They're 1st and 2nd this year and 2nd and 3rd next year. So I've seen a lot of this Forrest Buckner. Nick says just pick Anderson. Do not trade again. Okay. So he's insinuating do not trade. Small Town Hero says trade with Raiders for more picks. Okay, that's an option. Chi-Town Bears Times trade with Colts for Buckner 435 and 24 first. Okay. Okay. So we know we want to trade with the Colts. So let's look at the trades. Okay, the Falcons are interested. The Panthers are interested. The Titans are interested. That's an interesting scenario. So these are a couple teams that are interested. But we're all in agreement that we want to trade with the Colts. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to ask for number 4. We're going to give it a number 2. And you guys are saying number 4, number 35 is what I'm hearing. Number 4, number 35. And are we saying that next year's first as well? So what I'm going to do, we're going to give them number 2. We're going to ask for number 4, number 35, a next year's first, and that's it. And Buckner. I'm just going to go ahead and do 435 to next year's first for our number 2 overall pick. There we go. So now the Colts get the number 2 overall pick, and the Bears get number 435 and next year's first. And this is, if this actually happens, which is very unlikely, this would be an absolutely massive haul. So we're going to go ahead and resume draft. And look who is still on the board. So when you look at the draft, Jalen Carter just got selected by the Arizona Cardinals, which is very realistic in this scenario. That the Cardinals can either go with Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. But now, do you guys want to trade down again, or should we pick at number 4? Doug Van Dorn is just trying to get all the picks. He says, now see if you could trade with to number 5 and get that 20 picked as well. All right, Small Town Hero says pick. Jeff Page said, I'll trade down again. Alex says pick. Michael says, I want Wilson. Nano CBD says, take Anderson Jr. Scott says, take Anderson. Do not trade down here. Small Town Hero says, Tyree Wilson. John Merriweather said, who is knocking? So obviously we have 6 trades. So the Raiders are now coming knocking at number 7. The Eagles are coming knocking at number 10. Patriots at 14. And then Saints, Rams, and Browns, which we're not interested in those. But Vegas would be an interesting spot here. So let me know what you guys want to do in the comment section. Who are we taking here? Do we want to trade down again with like the Las Vegas Raiders? Or should we just go ahead and take Will Anderson Jr.? Nick says trade to Las Vegas for 738 and a 2024 first. Okay. Jeff says go down. Nano CBD says, what's the offer from the Raiders? So we go to the Raiders pick. Okay. So the Raiders still have number 7, number 38, number 70. They have all their picks available still because they still haven't picked. Darren Jones says, I would say trade back again if we can stay top 10. This is an interesting scenario because you do understand if we trade down again, Will Anderson's off the board. If we trade back again with Las Vegas, this is why it's tough. So I'm leaving it up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? Give me your final answer in the comments. Are we taking Will Anderson Jr. or we got to trade with Las Vegas here? Freddie Biley says trade. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of trades. I see Anderson. It's split. Okay, no take Anderson. Trade, take Anderson. Take Jackson Smith and the Jigba. Okay. Darren Jones keeps saying trade. Trade down and get Tyree Wilson at 7. Take Tyree Wilson and buy John Robinson. Okay. Anderson Jr. Chi-Town Bears Time says trade with the Panthers for Burns, 937 and 2024 first. Okay, so you guys have spoken. I'm seeing a lot more take Will Anderson Jr. here. So I'm going to go ahead and with the number 4 overall pick, if you guys are okay with it, I am going to take Will Anderson Jr. edge out of Alabama. All right, so there is a lot of people saying they want to trade the pick as well, which is crazy to me. So who do you want to trade with? We can trade down again. Let's trade down again. Okay, let's just trade down with Vegas. What is the offer going to be with Vegas? My bro Joseph D. Martini says, Will Anderson, bro, then go get Chase Young. All right, we're going to look. We're going to ask for number 7. Someone says ask for number 7, Max Crosby, and the 70th overall pick. So we're going to ask, okay, let's ask for it. Let's see if that works. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can ask for players on here. Yes, you can. All right, so we're going to ask. Okay, for the number 4 overall pick. And it says right here that this trade will not be accepted. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try it. And it was accepted. Oh, my God. So we just traded down to number 7. And now the Raiders got number 4. And the Bears added number 7 and number 70 in the 3rd round and edge rusher Max Crosby. Oh, my God. You know, I'm loving this from you guys. Let us just have some fun tonight. We understand that this is really unrealistic, but let's have some fun tonight. So now the Bears added Max Crosby to the roster. So we're going to resume the draft now. And here we go. Now we are at number 7. And Tyree Wilson was already selected by the Lions, which is okay because we got Max Crosby in the trade. What are we going to do? So we look at the draft board. We have a cornerback. We have Quentin Johnson, wide receiver out of TCU. So there's some options. What should we do here? Should we trade back again? So let me know in the comments. Do we want to trade here? All right, I'm seeing pick. Do we want to trade again? So we're gonna look at let's just look at the offers, the trade offers for the people that want to trade down again. So the next closest team is at number 14 for the Patriots. The Patriots want to trade up. I think that may be too far to trade down. So that's my personal opinion. All right, so what are we gonna do here? Let's go back to the players, okay? Look at the draft board right now. Cornerback Quentin Johnson would be interesting one. Um, we have Paris Johnson, the tackle. We have Peter Skoronsky, which would be interesting. Brian Brees, defensive lineman from Clemson. So right now our picks are number 7, 12, 33, 35, 54, and 64. What are we doing, Bears fans? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. We got Paris Johnson still on the board, would be a solid option. There's a lot of quality talent on the board still. I'm seeing a lot of pick JSN. Pick JSN. So let me know who we're picking here. Let me know who we're going to pick. I'm seeing a lot of mixed answers. You guys, I'm seeing a lot of pick Jackson Smith and the Jigba here, but if it was me, we still have pick number 12. I'm pretty sure Najigba will be there at 12. But like I said, this is your guys' mock draft. So I'm letting you guys decide. So right now, what I'm seeing in the comments, I'm seeing a lot of JSN, Peter Skoronsky, or Paris Johnson. Choose out of those three. We need to choose one of those players at number 7. Who are we taking? All right, you guys have spoken. With the number 7 overall pick in the 2023 NFL fan-led draft. I can find him. The Chicago Bears are selecting Paris Johnson Jr., tackle out of Ohio State. That's what you guys said. We need protection. We need to build the trenches. We're taking Paris Johnson Jr. So now we're on the clock again at number 12. Emiliano said, fire KIEQ. Hey, this is your guys' mock draft. I'm doing what you guys said. There's no reason to fire me. There's no reason to fire me. So what are we doing here now? We're at pick number 12. We're on the clock again. Who we want to take? Do we want to trade down? What are we doing? So now everyone's saying, take JSN, 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 JSN. Are we going to take Jackson Smith and the Jigba here? Look at the board. We still have Lucas Van Ness, the edge out of Iowa. We have Kalijah Cansey, defensive lineman out of Pittsburgh. Peter Skoronski. We have Brian Breeze. All right, you guys have spoken. I'm seeing a lot of it, so we're going to go ahead and go to him. With the number 12 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, you guys want to take Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver, Ohio State. Is that correct? All right, you guys have spoken. We're going to select Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver out of Ohio State. So now that's it for our first round pick, but we're right back at it. With the trade downs, we're at number 33 overall. So here we go. We're looking at the draft board right now, number 33 overall. And it's about to load up for you guys. Will McDonald, edge out of Iowa State, is still on the board. He's a very good option. We have tight end Luke Musgrave. We have defensive lineman Mozzie Smith. We can trade down here. What are we doing? Okay, so I see trade down. I see Will McDonald, Will Mack, Musgrave, or McDonald. Okay, those seems like a good options here. And just to let you guys know, we have 33 and 35, so we can still get two quality players. Who are we taking at number 33? Musgrave and McDonald. I'm seeing a lot of Will McDonald. All right, is everyone in agreement with the number 33 overall pick? We're going to take Will McDonald out of edge out of Iowa State. All right, here we go. You guys have spoken with number 33 overall pick. We're going to get an edge rusher, another edge rusher, along with Max Crosby, apparently, in your guys' fan-led mock draft. And we're going to select edge rusher Will McDonald. All right, here we go. Now we're back on the board to pick number 35. And we still have tight end Luke Musgrave on the board. We have Mozzie Smith, defensive lineman out of Michigan. Nathaniel Bell, wide receiver Houston. We have Henley, linebacker out of Washington State. So some good options here. Okay, people are wanting me to scroll down. We're scrolling down. We got Josh Downs. We got a guard out of TCU, Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback. Tula, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but he's an edge rusher. DeJuan Jones, the right tackle out of Ohio State. Luke Welper, center out of Ohio State. I'm having a tough time saying Ohio State. Damn. So I'm seeing a lot of Mozzie Smith. Don Michael Smith, for the people that are wondering, is that he's ranked number 52 here. I'm seeing a lot of take Mozzie Smith. So what we're going to do here, you guys have spoken. Don't come at me. This is your guys' mock draft. With the number 35 overall pick, we're going to add to the trenches again and take defensive lineman Mozzie Smith out of Michigan. I really like him. He's a beast. That's a good pick to me. So here we go. We got another pick at round 2. And right on top of the board is Jahmyr Gibbs, running back out of Alabama. So we have at number 54. We look at the top of the board. I'll scroll down for you guys. I have if the John Michael Schmitz is now gone. We anticipated that. We want um if we want him, we're gonna have to pick him probably with that number 35 pick if we get that. If that's a scenario. But when you look at the board, I know there's a lot of Jack Campbell fans out there. The linebacker out of Iowa. So who are we gonna take here? Do we want a cornerback? Eli Ricks out of Alabama. Do we want to take another center? Joe Tipman out of Wisconsin. What are we doing here? A lot of people are asking for another defensive lineman in Siaki Aika. So you guys are leaning towards, at the moment, you guys are leaning towards Jack Campbell, linebacker out of Iowa. His measurables are insane. I believe he's like 6'5". I talked about him on the draft, on my mock draft today. We can look in the trade downs too. We can look at the trade downs, but we're not going to trade down to pick number 71. That's the only team that's really interested. So is everyone in agreement? I've seen a lot of Jack Campbell. Are we okay with picking Jack Campbell here? The linebacker out of Iowa State. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of no's now. It's a mixed bag here from you guys. A lot of you guys want Jack Campbell, and a lot of you guys don't. I would probably, honestly, Jack Campbell would be a great pick. Because if you risk it, it's almost kind of like John Michael Schmitz. A lot of you guys said that he would be here later, but now he's gone. So should we just go ahead and pull the trigger with Jack Campbell? All right, you guys have spoken. Now I'm going to go ahead, and this is what you guys are saying, and this is what I'm seeing more of. I'm going to go ahead and select Jack Campbell, linebacker out of Iowa. Not Iowa State, Iowa. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. Linebacker, Jack Campbell. There you go. So now we're at the start of round 3. It's done with. Now it's done with. We are at 64. All right, here we go. Now we're in round 3. The beginning of round 3. We still have Joe Tipman, center out of Wisconsin. We have a cornerback, Eli Ricks. We have edge Isaiah Foskey. Wide receiver, Jalen Hyatt, which I don't know if he's going to be there in round 3. I'd be shocked. The next time I do a fan-led mock draft, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out the polls system. Right now, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm new at this. Next time, I will do the poll system so it's right on the votes. So here we go. Who are we taking here? What do we want? Joe Tippmann, center out of Wisconsin? We do need a center. Or do we want a cornerback in Eli Ricks? So I see a lot of Joe Tippmann and a couple of Ricks. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and select Joe Tippmann, center out of Wisconsin. So we got our center. So now we're right back on the board in round 3 at pick number 70. Eli Ricks is still on the board. For the people that wanted Eli Ricks, he's still on the board. Are we taking Eli Ricks now? All right, we're going to go ahead. You guys already spoken. We're going to go ahead and take cornerback Eli Ricks in round 3, pick number 70. So you got another corner. And now we are moving all the way down to the beginning of round 3, pick 103. So here we go. So now we're in round number 4, pick 103. On the top of the board, we have a quarterback, Hendon Hooker, cornerback, Jalen Jones, Tajay Spears, halfback out of Tulane, Tucker Kraft, tight end out of South Dakota State. We'll scroll down here. Noah Sewell, linebacker out of Oregon, Cedric Tillman, wide receiver out of Tennessee, Brandon Joseph, safety out of Notre Dame. What are we doing here, Bears fans? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what we're doing. This is a fan-led mock draft. You guys do what you want. I'm listening to you guys. You guys listen to me all the time. So I'm allowing you guys to run the show. So I'm seeing a lot of Spears. You guys want a running back right now. I see one Sewell, linebacker out of Oregon. We just did take a linebacker. Do we want one more? I see people saying get Hendon Hooker to be Justin Fields' backup. So we're going to scroll down. We can scroll down. We got wide receiver Tyler Scott, another edge. I'm not sure if we're going to go this far down, so let's scroll back up. So Hendon Hooker, Jalen Jones, Tajay Spears, Tucker Kraft, tight end. We maybe could get another tight end here. All right, give me your last minute responses before we make the pick here. Make your pick right now. Make your pick. It's kind of all over the place right now. We may have to move to the poll. We may have to try to poll again. I just don't know how to operate it. That's the problem. It would be interesting to take Hendon Hooker here to be Justin Fields' backup in round 4. I'm not sure if that would be too early or not. Just depends. So should we? I've seen a lot of Spears too, halfback out of Tulane. Should we go ahead and select Spears here? So I'm seeing a lot of Spears, and I'm gonna go ahead and select Tajay Spears, halfback out of Tulane. So there you go. We're just gonna make the pick because our time's running out. Our clock is running out. So now we're in round 4. We're in round 4. And on top of the board, we got a wide receiver from Princeton. Tyler Steen, tackle out of Alabama. Andrew Voorhees, guard out of USC. Chase Brown, halfback out of Illinois. Keaton Mitchell, halfback. Another center. Guard out of North Carolina State. What are we doing here, Bears fans? We could use some interior lineman help. The guard from USC would be a good option. Let me know in the comment sections. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I'm seeing a lot of Voorhees. Andrew Voorhees, guard out of USC. The wide receivers that are available right now, there's a guy from Princeton. Go to the wide receiver section. A guy from Princeton. Xavier Hutchinson from Iowa State. Raheem Jarrett, Maryland. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm seeing a lot of Andrew Voorhees, guard out of USC. So we're going to go ahead and select the guard. Right, now we're in round 5. Round 5. We have 3 total picks left. Round 5, pick 137. We got Chase Brown, Keaton Mitchell, another center from Michigan. We have Zavala, guard for North Carolina State. We got Jonah Tavai. I think it's Tavai. Could be wrong. He's the defensive line for San Diego State. Owen Popoe, linebacker out of Auburn. What are we doing here, Bears fans? We scroll down. Really not much there. We got to take best player available here. What should we do? Zavala, we can get another guard if we want to. Let me know in the comments what you want to do. We got 3 more picks left. 3 more picks left. So people are saying that you want another center. The center out of Michigan. All right, you guys have spoken. We're going to go ahead and take the center out of Michigan. So that's going to be our second center drafted. We're going to go ahead and select the center. I guess you guys want the best player available. That's fine. So now we're at pick number 150 in round 5. Here we go. We got a quarterback from Fresno State. We got edge rusher Jose Ramirez out of Eastern Michigan. Halfback Eric Gray. Another edge rusher out of Louisville. What are we doing here, Bears fans? Arling Thomas, cornerback out of UAB. What are we doing here, Bears fans? Let me know in the comments. What do we want to do here? And I do want to let you guys know, if you guys have tuned into this live stream, I appreciate you guys so much for sticking with me. If you're new to the channel, if you're just now joining the KIEQ on the Mic, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all off-season podcasts here on the channel. So I'm seeing a lot of Jacob Slade, a defensive lineman from Michigan State here. What's the best player available on the board here that we can take? So I'm seeing edge rusher. All right, people want me to scroll down, so we're going to scroll down. Not much there. Could we consider taking a tight end, maybe? We got linebacker from Alabama. That would be kind of cool. Submit your final picks. Submit your final picks down in the comments. Let me know. So we're going to go ahead. It's between the linebacker from Alabama or the defensive lineman Jacob Slade out of Michigan State. Let's choose from those two. Who do we want? All right, you guys have spoken. We're going to go ahead and select Henry To'oTo'o, linebacker out of Alabama. There we go. All right, now we have one more pick in round 7, I believe. Yeah, so this will be the first pick in round 7. This will be the final pick. So I'm guessing we will just take best player available here. So what are we gonna do here? You look at the players available. We have DeMarco Hillams, safety out of Alabama. We have Nick Hampton, the edge rusher. We have another guard, Caleb Chandler, out of Louisville. We have Dennis out of a linebacker out of Pittsburgh. We have Jaron Hall, quarterback out of BYU. We can go for a tight end right here. What do you guys want to do here? This is the final pick. Do we want to take a backup quarterback here? Do we want to take Jaron Hall? All right. Is everyone in agreement? I mean, I'm seeing a lot of Jaron Hall, quarterback at BYU, to back up Justin Fields. All right. You guys want a quarterback? It's up to you. So we're going to take Jaron Hall, quarterback out of BYU, with the final pick in this 2023 fan-led Chicago Bears mock draft. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, now let's look at the total mock draft that you guys came up with. We first traded our number one overall pick for 212 and 33, then traded again, trade our number 2 for 435 in the next year's first. Then we trade our number 4 for number 7 and number 70 in the third round, and edge Max Crosby. And then with pick number 7 in round 1, we took Paris Johnson Jr., got a B- on that. Then we took Jackson Smith Najigba, got a B grade on that one. Then we took in pick number 33, round 2, Will McDonald. Got an A grade on that one. Then we took Mozzie Smith in the 35th pick in the second round, got an A- grade on that one. Then pick number 54, round 2, we took Jack Campbell. You guys got a B- grade on that one. Then with pick number 64, round 3, took Joe Tippmann out of Wisconsin, center. Got an A- grade on that one. Pick number 70, got an A grade by taking Eli Ricks, cornerback out of Alabama. Round 4, you took Tajay Spears, running back out of Tulane. Got a B- grade on that one. Round 4, pick 134, took Andrew Voorhees, guard out of USC. Got an A- grade on that one. Round 5, you took a center out of Michigan with A- grade on that one. Round number 5, pick 150, took Henry To'oTo'o out of Alabama. B grade on that one. And then with the final pick, round 7, you took quarterback Jaron Hall out of BYU, making your guys' overall grade a B+, according to the PFF mock draft simulator. So not a bad haul of players. Not a bad haul of players or picks. It's probably not how I would do the mock drafts. Obviously my mock drafts are a little bit different. I'm very advocate of either getting Will Anderson or Jalen Carter, but that's just me. That's why I did this. So you guys had opportunity to do one of these. I will do this again, but next time I will do the poll so it's like more clear on who you guys want. You guys can actually vote. But overall, B+ is not too bad for the haul you guys got. And the thing is, in your guys' draft, you guys added a lot of needs. You guys got a starting tackle day one in Paris Johnson Jr. Najigba, you got Just Fields' guy. You got an edge rusher in Will McDonald, could add value. Mozzie Smith's going to be a very good defensive lineman. Jack Campbell, absolutely ridiculous measurables at 6'5", right? Joe Tippmann, a physical center. Eli Ricks, a good cornerback to come in and compete, right? Tajay Sharps, I haven't really watched him, but I think he could be a good pick. Guard Andrew Voorhees, really like him. Out of USC. I haven't really watched too much of the center out of Michigan. Henry To'oTo'o, that's a guy that's come up on my mock drafts a couple of times. Really like him. And a quarterback, Jaron Hall, he's just going to be nothing more than a backup. So not bad. So like I said, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in for another Friday night Q&A live stream. Hopefully I can be back next Friday and we'll go right back to basics and do a Friday night Q&A. Unless you guys have any requests, what you guys want to do. Like always, thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys show the channel. Make sure you guys continue to smash the subscribe button, the bell notification. Make sure you're sharing the channel with every single Bears fan that you know. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream now. Thank you guys so much for participating. I hope you guys had a good time. I plan to do this again. Make sure you stay tuned in to Keek on the Mic videos for another big week of videos. Super excited to continue to doing videos for you guys. And thank you once again for all the support for the channel. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys next time for another Friday Night Q&A. See you guys next time. Thanks, guys.